Good morning, my loves. Happy Friday. It's about 4:45 here at the lake, and the sun is coming up as always. It's another beautiful day in the triple digits. But I mean, it's the end of May. We're going into June. It's Arizona. We're in the desert, and it's summer. What do you expect? It's going to get hot. And in the next couple of months, it's going to get, scary hot. It will get up to 118, 120. But again, it's the desert. It's the summer. What do you expect? Goes with the territory. So today is Friday, which I love. So we are talking about self-care and caring for others. Today is the day we celebrate our authenticity. Celebrate you surviving this week, and it has been short, but it's been a doozy. So celebrate you. Celebrate what you bring to the table, your perspective. I want you to realize, my love, please, there is more to you than your looks. You may be absolutely lovely, handsome, you may be a model, I don't know. But there's more to you than your looks. Looks are transient. They come and they go. We age, we get wrinkles. You see these cute little lines showing back up after my Botox. They're called 11s. Yeah, we all get them. These wrinkles, we all get them. The gray hair, we get them. It's part of life. The scars, the bruises, the stretch marks, part of life. And that's okay, because what really matters is who you are on the inside, what you bring to the table every day, your perspective, your view, your honesty, your integrity, your morals, your values, what you stand for, your authenticity. Your voice matters. You matter. Your opinions matter. And don't forget that. And by the same token, I want you to make sure your kids understand that too. There's more to them than looks. There's more to them than their grades. I know when my son was growing up, he knew we would go shopping, whether it was grocery shopping or clothes shopping. And he, I would always appreciate his perspective and his thoughts. And I would tell him that to the point, if we had a disagreement, if he was being punished for something, he had the right to say, I think you're being unfair. I want to discuss. Because I would respect his views and opinions. Doesn't mean I went with it, but we would sit down calmly and rationally discuss it. He would state his side of the case. Didn't always make a difference, but every once in a while, and it really made him feel good. It made him feel valued, validated. He matters. His thoughts and opinions matter. It's important for your little ones. Keep that in mind. And I can never say this enough. Tell people, use your words, how you feel about them. Tell them you value them, that you value their perspective, their attitude, their smile, what they bring to the table, because we all need to hear it. Tell people that you care about. Honey, please tell them you love them. If you love them, tell them you love them. Tell them, I am so glad I work with you. I am so glad I'm dating you. I am so glad you're my kiddo. I'm so glad you're my spouse, my sibling, whatever the case may be. Use your words. Use your words and tell them. So often I talk to parents and kids, and parents will say, my kids know I love them. They know. Do they? So separately, you'll talk to the kids about all kinds of stuff. You think mom and dad love you? I don't know, I guess. They're supposed to. When somebody says, I love you, you're supposed to get warm and tingly. I mean, that's a comfort zone. When somebody says, I love you, that should hit you here. That should make your heart just glow up inside. It's wonderful. Not, yeah, maybe, I guess they're supposed to. Really? Do they love the dog and the cat? Oh, yeah, we all love the dog and the cat. Yeah. Get it? This was a while back in the St. Louis days. I had an MMA fighter that was one of my trauma therapy clients. We had this discussion. Big guy. I mean, refrigerator, big guy. Nice guy, though. But he was a rather gruff individual. He was working on it. And we were talking about his kids and his spouse and everything and using his words. And I said, "Do you tell them that you love them?" "They know." And how do they know? "Hey, I bring in the cheddar. He makes the money. You know, I'm up there. I'm doing my his what he does." He used a rather colorful term. "I make it happen. Everybody knows who I am." It's not a question. The question was, does your wife and your kids know you love them? "They know." I said, "Ask. Find out." So the next time we talked, he said, "Man, I'm embarrassed." I said, "What happened?" He said, "I picked my kid up from practice." Okay. And we're in the car, and I said, "You know I love you, right?" And his son looked at him and said, "What did I do wrong?" He said, "Man, that hurt." Yeah. He said, "Because I guess the only time I say it is when I get ready to give out a punishment. I'm doing it for your own good. Or I do this, I have to ground you because I love you." He said, "I never thought of it." Think about it. Kids should hear "I love you" 3 times a day. When you wake them up, whenever they walk out that door, and for me, whenever they come back in the door, and when they go to bed at night, tell them you love them. Now, if your child is grown, like my son is grown with a family of his own, whenever we text, whenever we talk, I tell him I love him and the family. My daughter-in-law, my granddaughter, they know Grandma Brenda loves them. They have no doubt in their mind Grandma Brenda loves them. People that I am close to know I love them. I had a friend call me the other day, and his mom's in the hospital in New York. And he said, "I really need your thoughts on this." I said, "Okay, what's up?" He said, "Well, I need your thoughts because I love you and I respect you." Now, he doesn't mean romantic love. He means he loves me as a friend and as a person. That means a lot. And this friendship goes back well over 10 years. But that's nice. That's nice to hear. And I said, "Well, honey, you know I love you too, and I adore your mom. What's up?" Okay. But we all need to hear that. We need to get used to saying it, but don't say it if you don't mean it. Don't say it just to hear the words, ever. If you say it, mean it. And honey, please, well, I just have to say this. Never say "I love you" to manipulate somebody. Don't do that. Don't do that. And don't be afraid to say "I love you." I love you. Saying "I love you" it's an emotion and it's a gift. So if I say "I love you," it's a gift from my heart to your heart with no expectations and no strings. Nobody's expecting anything. It's just a gift. So keep that in mind as you go through your day. This weekend, get outside if it's safe, depending on the temperatures where you live and the weather. Do something with a family. Have family game night, pizza night. Do something as a family to let your family know you love them and that they matter and you appreciate them. Tell people you appreciate them. Excuse me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you and you appreciate you because you matter, because you do. And just let the record show I appreciate you and I love you. And in my eyes, you definitely matter. Have a great weekend.